Hello everyone, today in this video we'll be discussing the fifth lab program of SS, which is converting the normal code to machine level code. Okay, means the statement which we write like 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, like that, how it will be converted to machine code, like load into register R not LD ST, and this will be written as ADD. If it is multiplied, it will be written as MUL, so on. Okay, like this we have to convert, and the input will be in this form that we are going to write, and this is the program for it, which is the C program. So let's get started with it. So how this works is, first we have the header section and the global variable declaration section, then we have the void main. Okay, just two things: declaration section and the void main section. Okay, this is pretty simple one. I will be showing you the whole code. It is longer, but it's a redundant code because the things are repeated with one line difference. Okay, so we'll start from here. Hash include studio.h, hash include stdlib.h, and hash include ctype.h. After these three things, what all you need? See, if you write a regular expression, a plus b is equal to c, this is what argument 1, this is operator, this is what argument 2, this is what result. Just remember, a plus b is equal to what? C. A plus b is equal to c. A is the argument 1, plus is the operator, b is the argument 2, leave about this one, c is the result. Okay, then what you will be writing? For each you will be writing an array: char, op, arg1, arg2, result. Don't worry about the size, you can take any size. Okay, just take all as 5: op, arg1, arg2, and result. Make these arrays. After that, what you need count. Okay, count is another variable. These all things which you need to declare. After writing that much, you have to come to the void main. If you observe carefully in the void main, what it's taking is two file pointers. Why two file pointers? Because there is an input file, there is an output file. In the input file, the expressions are written 1 plus n equal to 2 and all. In the output file, we need to write. In input file, it is already written. In output file, we need to write. Remember this. So this one will take as file 1, this one will take as file 2, no issues. Just add a star to it so that it becomes a file pointer. So file 1 pointer will be pointing to the input file, file 2 pointer will be pointing to the output file. So that's what we are doing. File star fp1 file pointer 1 and star fp2 file pointer 2. After you have taken the file pointers, then what you are writing? Fp1 is equal to f open. Instead of open, just write f open. Okay, like while you are dealing with files, just include f before each word. Like for example, the normal is open, write f open. The normal is printf, write f printf. Normal is scanf, write f scanf. Okay, these things you need to remember. After that, you are after you have taken two pointers, initialize these two pointers to the respective two files, which is in input.txt and output.txt. So if I show you here, input.txt and output.txt, in read mode input and write mode output. Obviously we are reading the input file, so we need not have the writing operation for it. So we'll take in read mode and this will take in write mode. Which two files are being assigned? fp1 here, fp2 here. This much you understood. We started from here, declaration section. We declared some variables. A plus b is equal to c, argument 1, operator, argument 2, and result. We take the arrays. After that we come to void main, and before that we have taken the count variable also. Count is equal to 0. After we have come to the void main function, we need two files, input and output, for processing this one, reading from this one, writing to this one. So for reading, we'll take fp1 and as an read operation here, fp2 as an write operation for the input.txt and output.txt. After that comes the main point, which is the while loop. Rest the program is just the while loop, and let me show you what happens after the while loop ends. After the while loop ends, f close fp1, f close fp2. Since we have opened it, we have to close it. That's all. Get ch is just commented, so need not worry about that. Closing the file. So what all we did in the whole program? Declared declaration parts and global variables, as well as the header files and global variables. After that we have declared the void main function. Okay, in void main function we have two things. First is the file pointers for input as well as for output. After we have assigned this one, there is a while loop here, and after the while loop we are again closing the files. That's all. Opening the file here, closing the file here. In the void main, declaration part, header file, and global variables. Very simple program, right? So let's discuss the main thing, what is in while loop. That's our main code. Okay, so in while loop what we are starting is while not of feof. Eof means what? End of file. Okay, end of file. While not of feof, while the file has not ended. Which file has not ended? fp1, because you are processing fp1. While this has not ended, the while loop should continue repeatedly, and count is less than 4. and the count is less than 4. Why have taken as 4? Because we have just processed the 4 lines in the input.txt. We have means the program is defined in this way. We are just doing it for 4 lines, so that's why we have taken count is equal to 0. It will run till 0 1 2 3 means 4 times. These two are the conditions. What are the two conditions in while loop? The first condition is while the input is not finished and the number of lines are less than 4. These are the two things. That's the condition for while loop. And coming into the while loop, we are checking what? F scanf fp1. Fp1 means the first file pointer. Scanf means scan this file and take 4 things, which is result, argument 1, operator, argument 2. Remember, a plus b is equal to c. Argument 1, argument 2, and operator and result. These 4 things are getting scanned in which format? The reverse format. First is the result, then argument 1, operator, argument 2. Okay, in that way it is getting scanned, and that is taken from fp1. Now what we have to do is strcmp operator, if it is plus, or if it is multiply, or if it is equal to, or if it is minus, or it is divide, or is it equal to. 5 checks we are making. If it is plus, operator which we have encountered, like a plus b is equal to c, if it was written, this operator we are talking about, this value is stored in operator. We are checking if it is plus, or is it minus, or is it into, or is it divide, or is it equal to. These 4 checks we are making by what function? If strcmp op comma the operator thing is equal to 0, means if both are equal, it will return as 0. If both are equal, at that time it will return as 0, and this will be running. So we have to make the 5 checks here. That's all what is in the whole code. We are scanning it from the file 1, taking the operator, checking the operator, and matching it one of the cases. If it matches with one of the cases, then we will move ahead. If it's not, we'll just ignore it. Now suppose that it matched with plus. Now what is our next step? These 3 lines of code, same 3 lines of code are repeated here. For all the 5 cases, the same 3 lines of code are repeated. Now what are the 3 lines of code? Here, for example, if the thing was a plus b, at that time what we will do is, see, a plus b has to be converted to machine code. What I will do is, I'll take a R0 register. Listen carefully, I'll take a R0 register. In that, I'll store, I'll load a. Load a means in R0 a will be loaded. Then what I will do, I'll add b. I'll add b to this one, means it will be becoming a plus b. First what I did, I loaded ld. Second what I did, since it was plus, I added it. Then what I will do, after I've got the result, this result will be stored back to R0. Okay, sorry, the result is stored here. That will be stored in the result variable. Okay, so actually not result, but it will be, the operation is storing. First load this thing into the register, do the operation here by adding it with the second argument, and this result should be stored, R0 should be stored in result. So in result variable it will be stored, and these are the 3 operations: load, add, and store. Just this thing will differ. For the next one it will be subtract. If it is subtract here, if it is multiply, it will be multiply here. If it is divide, divide. If it is equal to, it will be equal to. That's all. Okay, to wrap up, what again I'll be explaining you again what I am doing. I'm starting from here, taking the file, reading the file. This I am talking about the inside of the while loop. So I am taking the file, reading the input. After I've read the input, I am comparing the operator. I've got the operator at this location. I'm comparing the operator if it is plus, minus, multiply, divide, or equal to. If it is plus, for example, if it is a plus b, I have to do 3 things: load a into R0, ld into R0. What I have to load? A. Then I have to add into R0 what I have to add? B. Then I have to store the result in what? Result. Okay, store the value of R0 in result. That's what it is written here. Load into R0 percentage s, that is pointed by argument 1, means ld R0 argument 1. That's the first thing which will be printed in fp2. Fprintf fp2 means in the output file it will be written. It will not be printed to screen. In the output file this line will be written. Then for the next line processing, again it will be written in the second part. Like that it will happen. Okay. So first is ld R0. It will be printed ld R0 and argument 1, whatever the value is. Then add into R0. Add into R0 argument 2. Then what? Store the result. Store the result where? R0. Okay, store the whatever is in R0 into result. That's all. Same goes for multiplication as well. If it is multiplication, just the difference happening is load R0 s argument 1 multiply. Instead of add, it is multiply. Again, store the same line of code. Again, subtraction and division here. And for equal to, just remove the middle line, because it's none of the operation. Just remove the middle line, write the first and the last line. That's same thing. Okay. So to quickly wrap up what all we discussed here, the whole code consists of two parts. First is the declaration part and second is the void main part. In the declaration part, what we have is the header files and the global variables. In header files, we'll include hash include stdio.h, hash include stdlib.h, hash include ctype.h. And in the global variables, what we will do is, remember, whenever you hear the word global variables, take this into your brain. What is this one? This is just for the fifth program. Okay, a plus b is equal to c, argument 1 operator, argument 2 result. Take the array of in character, means character type array. Okay, and count is equal to 0. Initially count will be equal to 0. That all you will take in the declaration part. Now coming to the void main part. In the void main part, what we have, the categories. First is the file part, and means file declaration opening. After that, while loop is there, and after that, file closing is there. Open the file, do the operation, close the file. That's all in the void main. So how to open the file? Take two pointers fp1 and fp2 for input and output in read and write mode, and come to the while loop. Come to the end of the while loop, close the files. What is in while loop? In while loop, we are just reading the input from the input file by using fscanf statement. Take the result, argument 1 operator and argument 2, and after you have taken this one, what you are supposed to do, you have to check if it is plus, minus, multiply, divide. If it is any of these, or if it is equal to, you have to write 3 lines of code, which is load it, add, subtract, multiply or divide, then result, which is st. This is just what you have to remember. Okay, so I hope so you like this video, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and make sure you subscribe. And yeah, that's all. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.